Hey Geminis, it's Tanisha from Tanisha's Tarot. I'm just wanting to express my gratitude this month, a little extra for all of those of you who have subscribed and liked and watched my videos. It really means a lot to me, and those who've had their own personal readings and sent through donations, like shout out to you too. So yeah, I'm here to do a mini love reading for September 2019, and it's going to start with 3 cards, and then I'm going to request some clarification so we can get a little deeper understanding of what's going on for you in September. Alright Gemini, there's your 3 cards. So we start with the Ace of Wands. It goes into the Page of Cups, and then it ends with the Queen of Swords. Alrighty, so this already tells a pretty interesting little story, so I'm just going to go through each one so you can see see my workings of how I read this. So the cards have many different messages for many different people because this is a general reading, and you'll feel what resonates with you and what does not. So some parts might, some parts might not. Now, the Ace of Wands, I always sort of take this as the, this means you picked up. This means there's sexual energy, somebody's offering, let's go there. Let's get funky tonight. Yeah, so when the Ace of Wands arrives, this is very much about a new offer, passion and action, and a new beginning of sorts, But it definitely starts with like a kind of sexually charged, physical interaction. So, for a love reading, this is a good start. This is great. This is like you meet someone, you get along, you guys, you hit it off and you go there. Now, sexual energy and sensual energy doesn't necessarily mean you go all the way there. Like for you, it will be up to you. But yeah, there's definitely that charge there. So that's a good start for a love reading. Go Gemini. Alright, so Page of Cups. The Page of Cups represents a offer of love. However, it is a naive offer of love. So it can be fast to enter and just as fast to leave. Now, I don't necessarily want to rain on your parade, but following this card, it is kind of looking like a little bit of a wham bam thank you ma'am. So whether this is your choice or theirs, I'm not sure, because Geminis can be, you guys can flip from one thing, one moment to the next. You can change your mind, and everyone has the right to change their mind, but no one does it quite like a Gemini, and that's why we love you. Now, the Queen of Swords has then come out in reverse. So the Queen of Swords can be quite forthright in her words. She represents honesty and balance in her power, but she can be harsh. And when she's in reverse, this is suggesting that there's an imbalance and even dishonesty and harshness. Now, if I was to just read this without explaining the bits and pieces behind the cards, I would just be like, okay, you picked up, one of you started falling, it didn't work out, and then you picked up, it was really passionate to begin with, it went sour, and then it got nasty. That's how this is sort of playing out. So that's probably it's not going to relate to every single Gemini out there, but there's a couple of Geminis that may have to hear this. Alright, so I'm going to ask for some clarification because this is pretty juicy. I think we need clarification. Ace of Wands, clarification please. Alright, Page of Cups, clarification please. Queen of Swords in reverse, clarification. Alrighty. Okay, yes. So 2 actually came out as clarifiers for that Queen. Alright, so the Ace of Wands clarification was the 4 of Wands. So the 4 of Wands generally represents foundations and commitment and harmony and stuff. In reverse, it doesn't necessarily mean that there wasn't a potential for, you know, foundations and harmony and whatever, and stability and everything. It was like you saw some potential here, so that's why you went there, you know. And I mean, that's what we do. You see some potential there, you go for it. You see, it takes a brave heart to go there, so, you know, respect for that. And yeah, that is what it is. You went there because you saw some potential. The Page of Cups, the clarifier for that is the 7 of Pentacles. So the 7 of Pentacles coming in upright is telling us that, you know, you're in a reflective stance with melancholy. You know, so you kind of started seeing through the, you know, blissed out state from this passionate beginning. And, you know, as it's hitting home, there's some melancholy. You're like, I've gained from this, but I'm too drained to enjoy it. And I'm now seeing that this isn't what I thought it was. So, and, you know, Page of Cups, he offers this cup, but there's a fish in there. So it's like, it's not, you know, it's why it's always considered, you know, it's related to naivety, because it's like the guy doesn't even realize he's not offering a pure glass of water. There's something in there that you didn't realize. So, yeah, 7 of Pentacles is just kind of, yeah, showing that you're a bit like, oh, what a shame, you know, what a damn shame, because this part of it was really good. There was potential, but no, what a shame. Now, I'm not sure which one of you gets nasty, but it definitely somebody gets nasty, because, yeah, the 5 of Wands, the 5 of Swords comes out, and 5-0 is something about conflict and imbalance. So the 5 comes out, and this is harsh words, backstabbing, conflict of words, you know. So, yeah, Queen of Wands is already telling us that. Totally, there is conflict, harsh words. Now, the Queen of Cups in reverse offers us some insight as to why, although that's kind of self-explanatory too. But the harsh words come from the Queen as energy, which is normally emotionally balanced upright, but this is, you know, somebody's emotionally imbalanced now. They're hurt. They're not seeing things from the other perspective. They're just hurt. So it's like, that's the risk you take with love. You give it a go, and you know, sometimes the better it feels like. Well, I suppose that's why back in the day it was always advised to take things slowly, blah blah blah. Now, I think taking things moderately, you know, I'm all about, you know, moderation, I think, is the best way to go. And rushing in means that, yeah, you can rush out. So I might even call this video that, you know, you rush in, but then it rushes out, or something to that effect. I don't know. But yeah, there's the risk that you took. And look, you went on a hell of a ride. It was a roller coaster ride. I was like, yay, no, whoa, you know. So that's, your September has some entertainment in it for some of you Geminis out there. So, yeah. But it's okay. You guys are resilient, you know. And I imagine you'll probably be the ones having the harshest and lastest word. Or the maturity to just tune that out and block, step away, whatever the case may be. But yeah, alrighty, So thanks, Gemini, for watching, liking. If you want to stay in touch for next month, click subscribe. And yeah, happy September. Oh, and if you want to have a personal reading, use the email address below. Okay, happy September, guys.